This past Valentine's Day, I was invited to the senior ladies' tea. When I first walked in the door at that tea, I was immediately transported back.
I remember how beautiful everything looked, the flowers, everything, the teacups were absolutely so special.
It was a beautiful day, and there were a lot of very beautiful women there, and we got to celebrate Valentine's Day together.
Fue algo tan grande, tan maravilloso, y todas podíamos compartir lo que sentíamos en nuestro corazón. Fue algo muy hermoso.
At the tea, we were invited to bring a verse that is actually our life verse. The one I picked, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7.
Yes, one of my favorite verses is Exodus 14:14.
Matthew 22:36.
El verso que yo escogí fue Jeremías 29:11. Porque yo sé muy bien los planes que tengo para ustedes, afirma el Señor, planes que es para el bien y no para el mal, para darles un futuro y una esperanza. Ese es muy especial, porque Dios nos dio eso para tener nosotros un futuro y para escogernos lo bueno y para darnos una esperanza de seguir adelante.
You need only to be silent. There will always be trials and tribulations in your life, but God will carry you through every storm in your life and give you the strength to make it. But it just reminds me that I'm not alone, that God's always there, and to just give it all to Him in prayer, and He will answer your prayers and stand by you through tough times. And like I could picture my daughter with two little young boys in school. You know, they're challenged in school, either with a peer situation or issues in the classroom or a teacher or sports. It's just a reminder that God will always be there for them. Just take the problem in prayer and give it to the Lord, and He'll answer their prayer. Don't fret over it.
When the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered themselves together. One of them, a lawyer, asked him a question, testing him. Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? And he said to them, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the great and foremost commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments depend the whole law and the prophets. That comes from the example that I was given by my parents, my grandparents who raised me. Because I have no doubt that they loved the Lord, their God, with all their heart, all their soul, and all their mind, as they exemplified it, as they loved their neighbor as themselves in so many ways. All your life, you will be able to go to the Lord, to ask, to pray, and ask Him for all your needs to be met. There's no exception. Whatever is on your heart, you tell Him, you ask Him, and He will answer. You just have to listen and love Him with all your heart.
Actually begins in verse 5 of chapter 5 of 1 Peter. Likewise, you younger people, submit yourselves to your elders. Yes, all of you be submissive to one another and be clothed with humility, for God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. The verse that I have picked for my life is casting all your care upon Him because He cares for you. This actually became, all of God's Word has been very important to me all of my life. But when my first husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer is when this verse really became the foundation of what I held on to. They told him, we can do chemotherapy, we can do radiation, and we'll give you probably a couple years. He looked me straight in the face and he said, I know where I'm going. I want to feel good. I want to be able to enjoy you and my children for as long as I have. Do you care if I don't do anything? And I said, I do not care if that's your choice. We'll fight tigers and that's your choice. And so that's what he did. And he died the 25th day of October of that same year. So that's when this verse became very, very foundational for me, because I had 2 teenage girls to raise. I was 40 years old, didn't have a clue what was going to happen, but God has been faithful through all this time.
Es bien importante para mí explicarle esto a mis hijos, porque Dios está siempre en nosotros, en nuestros corazones, si tenemos esa fe y confiar en Él. Él nos da el futuro, la esperanza para seguir. Yo estaba sola, quedé muy joven, con un hijo de 14, una niña de 9 y mi bebito, 3 años. Quedé sola, pero no estaba sola. Dios me dio esa fuerza, esa fortaleza para seguir adelante. Y yo me agarraba de eso para seguir luchando, porque yo sé que Dios no me iba a dejar. Me puse a trabajar duro, pero con fuerzas para seguir adelante. Y sí se puede, teniendo la fe y la esperanza. Gracias.